What is going on, horror fans? Unreal Network back here once again here today to discuss the upcoming 2018 Halloween film and my overall thoughts and expectations for the film. Now, first things first, the movie will be dropping on October 19th, 2018, and it's not set to be a remake or reboot. Actually, it's supposed to be taking place right after the first two original films, Halloween's 1 and 2, which I find to be very good because, in my opinion at least, Rob Zombie's variations of Halloween weren't that good, but at least here we have a chance for something to be done in order for the movies to be recognized in a much better format. So, Halloween is going to be debuting on October 19th, 2018, and as of right now, we don't really know the plot synopsis, but I'm going to go ahead and read some stuff out to you that was courtesy of BloodyDisgusting.com, and it says here, it was announced last night that David Gordon Green will be directing next year's new installment of the Halloween franchise, which is also pretty good. And it says here, quoted by McBride, you know, it's not a remake, it's actually going to be a continuation of the story of Michael Myers in a really grounded way. So that's going to be pretty cool for us to actually see, you know, the origins of Michael Myers and having to go back to the originals, because people often want to, you know, talk about how the third film wasn't really a Michael Myers film, and respectively enough, it was not. So I think that ever since the cancellation of Friday the 13th, with Jason Voorhees, it was a huge blow. It was a huge blow for everyone in the horror community because one of the most infamous slashers and the most infamous horror icons is no longer going to have his own movie again, you know? So that kind of sucks if you ask me, because nowadays people will make the argument and say, well, slasher films can't really work out, you know, the way they used to and all these kind of things. But, you know, with this new Halloween film, it gives us the chance and it gives us lots of potential to see something be done with the slasher franchise. Now, I want to know down below, post your comments down below on your overall thoughts on this next Halloween film. I really don't want to say that it's going to be worse than Rob Zombie's variations, because Rob Zombie had a different vision from Mr. John Carpenter. So now at least we're going to get to see, you know, Michael Myers return on the big screen, but this time have, you know, the origins take place following the first two films. Now, I want to throw in my 2 cents here and say that I really hope down the line we dive into the mythology of how Michael cannot die and just the overall presence of Michael, because we do understand that he is, as quoted by John Carpenter, a force of nature, but it also says here on BloodyDisgusting.com, it says we're focusing mainly on the first two movies and what sets them up and sets them apart leading into this third installment. So I cannot wait to see how Michael's going to be portrayed in this film. They're actually saying that he's going to be more violent than ever before, which I would love to see, and being that Carpenter is involved, I do think the movie has grounds to be one of the best Halloween films yet, especially having to be adapted in, you know, modern horror today, because more often than not people see horror today differently than how they did back 10 years ago. So I want to know your overall thoughts on the new Halloween film debuting on October 19th, 2018. I want to know your thoughts on Carpenter being involved. I want to know your thoughts on David Gordon Green in being the director of this new film, and what are your overall thoughts on this following up the first two films? I mean, what are your overall thoughts on this not continuing after the latest Halloween film that we saw, I believe, which was Resurrection? I would love to see a continuation. I mean, even after he killed his sister, after he did everything he needed to do with his family, I mean, we all wonder whatever happened to Michael. So we may not get that film for quite some time, but this is not going to be a remake by any means. It's actually going to be a follow-up. So post your comments down below on your overall thoughts on Michael's return onto the big screen. And thank you guys for watching. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Post your comments down below as to your overall thoughts on the Halloween franchise as well, whether or not you guys believe it'll still work in today's modern audiences or not. And thank you guys for watching. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe for more discussions and horror information. If you guys are stoked for the next Halloween film, make sure to go ahead and slap a like down below. I mean, I'm also a little concerned to see how this is going to take place, because if anything, you know, Season of the Witch, I do not consider to be a Halloween film in the least. The third Halloween film alongside many others, I don't consider to be any sort of, you know, direct Halloween movies in the least, because the third film had nothing to do with Michael Myers at all until we saw Halloween 4, then Halloween 5 and whatnot. But I just really hope that this film delivers, because I am a fan of Michael Myers. I'm not going to say that I'm too crazy of a fan for Michael, but I am a huge fan for Michael Myers, and I love the Halloween franchise, and though it's had its fair share of mix-ups and just bad things happening, I really hope that they turn this around and they bring back the horror franchise, and hopefully down the road we'll get a continuation as to what happened after Resurrection, because every single person often wanted to know what happened, if he went dormant, if he went back home, whatever happened to, like, just his motives. So post your comments down below, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys. Peace.